What's up, legends? You know what day it is. It's 4 days before Wednesday, which means it's time for Saturday Sorcery. With Halloween finally upon us in just a couple of days, what better way to get in the spirit, than with two awesome Halloween effects. A duo release, baby! A duo release, baby! Both of these effects are of the haunted nature. One is a haunted deck and one is a haunted tuck. So let's check out a performance of them both right now. Whoa, spooky, how do I do it? Before we jump into the build, let's go over a little bit of history on how I came up with this idea. I've always loved a haunted deck routine and I've wanted to build my own for a long time. So a couple of days ago, I sat down and not even kidding, for about 12 hours, I played with different types of gimmicks, built different things, come up with different ideas, some more advanced than others. Some I was like, oh, this is perfect. But I couldn't build it and teach you guys because it literally took me 2 hours to build the gimmick. Some of the gimmicks were actually like pulls and channels inside a card that pushed and moved a card in a certain way. And I was like, this is really cool, but a lot of effort to get those elastics and that bit of card to move in certain directions. Too much effort, too much work. Then I actually created a gimmick which I thought was really cool, but it's actually been created before, so I had to ditch it. So after a long while of building and playing with these gimmicks, I finally come up with what I have now. So without any further ado, let's learn how to build the haunted deck gimmick. Okay, so to build your first haunted deck gimmick, you're gonna need a couple of things. Some of these are optional, some of these you do need. You need some tweezers, some elastic thread, a needle, some double stick tape, a hole punch or scissors, an X-Acto knife, and some cards. Let's get into it. If you wanna check out a full breakdown of all these items, make sure you check out the video on screen right now, straight after this video. Link will be in the description. First thing you're going to do is just grab two cards, doesn't matter what they are. Now here you can either use double-sided tape like me or you can use glue. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to stick one card to another to make a double thick card. Use whatever you like, my friend. Now please don't eat your double stick tape. I've done it, not worth it. Now peel your backing off your double-sided tape and line it up and stick your card down on top, like so. Now you've got a nice, sturdy, strong card. You don't need to make a double thick card, but it is really handy to have a thicker card that's not going to be able to bend or warp when you're using your elastic. Now using your needle, you're going to come in on one of the angels about the middle of the head on both these sides. Choose one side of the card, whichever side you want. Just choose one and go in the middle of the head. Use some scissors to knock it through like a hammer. You can see some tiny dots coming on the other side, and you're just going to push your needle all the way through. Now we're going to get some elastic thread and thread your needle. Now we're just going to come up through one of our holes here and back down through the other and tie these two ends together. Cut your excess thread off and put that aside. Now you're going to take another random card, doesn't matter what it is, and this is where you can either use your hole punch or your scissors. I'm going to use a hole punch just so I have a nice perfect circle. It doesn't have to be a circle, it could be a square, a weird blob shape, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But you're just going to cut out two of the same shapes. Now we're going to glue these two shapes underneath our elastic. Here we can either use the super glue or your double-sided tape. I'm going to use my super glue. But before I put my discs down, I'm going to grab my thread and pull my knot up to the hole. So you're going to work your thread up so your knot is just sitting here at your hole. Now getting your disc, we're going to put one underneath. Make sure both faces are facing out. That way, if when you let go of this later and it snaps, you're going to see blue, but you're not going to see like a picture popping out. Now instead of putting your disc in the middle, put it a bit to the top, add some super glue over top of your thread and your card, and attach the other card, the other disc to the top of that. Line up and push down. Now cut a little rectangle piece of card off, and on the opposite corner where your disc is, add a little piece of super glue and glue that card down. Oh, this is so easy to do. Now your gimmick is almost done. One last little bit. You're going to take some double-sided tape, attach it to your disc, and another little piece of double-sided tape. I'm going to cut this one in half because it's thin, and attach it to your piece of card down the bottom here. Peel off both backing pieces. Now before you go into your performance, you want to de-sticky this bottom piece just here, just a tad. Just de-sticky that a bit, just by running your finger over it. Now that's it, your Haunted deck gimmick all done and dusted. Let's get into how to build the Haunted tuck case. Brace yourself, this is the hardest thing you'll ever build. Okay, so for this one, you're gonna need a couple of things: some double stick tape, elastic needle, and an X-Acto knife, some super glue, tweezers, and an empty card box. First thing we're gonna do is open up our box, and we're gonna open it up completely. Now we've got it open, we're gonna get our needle and puncture 2 holes in the bottom of the box. Doesn't matter where it is, but hopefully somewhere we can kind of hide the holes, and preferably somewhere down towards the bottom of the box. Make the holes about the same width as your finger. Get some elastic, cut it off, thread your needle, go through one of the holes, and back up through the other one. And then tie this off in a double knot. Cut off your excess. Okay, so your elastic loop is now through your box, big enough to fit your finger in. We're going to glue your box back up. Now you can either use double-sided tape or super glue, whatever you want, but you're gonna glue your box back up. Now before you close up your box, you can, if you want to get a little bit of stability on this, so when you put your deck in, this isn't gonna catch on your elastic. You can glue a little piece of card over top of this and create a nice barrier, but up to you. Now you're just gonna close up your box. Now that's it, your Haunted tuck done and finished. Now let's get into how to perform both of these effects. Now let's break up this spooky explanation for just a second for the mid-episode giveaway. But before we jump into what this week's giveaway is, let's find out who won last week's coffee extravaganza. Now I've chosen the winner, and congratulations Robert Ball Magician, you are last week's winner of the coffee extravaganza Palooza Delicious Tastiness Effect Release Bundle. If you could email me just here, my friend, I'll get those prices out to you quicker than you can brew a cup of coffee. Now onto this week's giveaway. If you want to win both of these gimmicks, plus my release paper cut, and what the heck, I'll throw in another spooky release as well. All you need to do is comment below what is your favorite candy to eat on Halloween or any other day of the year. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll choose someone out at random, and you'll be announced in next week's video. So good luck. Now, so for the Haunted deck, all you're going to do is put your gimmick on the bottom like so, and put about 10 cards on top of it. So I know this looks like more than 10 cards, but I've got a corner short just here, which I can riffle down, fill that corner short, and put the rest of the deck on the table. Now my spectator is going to choose a card, say in this case, the 4 of clubs. Okay, so let's say the spectator has signed this card, the 4 of clubs. I'm going to put it underneath the gimmick, about halfway on the card, and push and squeeze and fill that gimmick. It's going to be up around here, so I'm going to push and squeeze on that double-sided tape, and then square everything up. I can then show the card here, and then as I put it down on top of the deck, I'm going to push down in this bottom corner where I've got that other bit of double stick tape. Don't push too hard because this is going to be your release mechanism for the card. Then when you're ready, let go of the pack and just wait. Once the deck is finished cutting itself, you're going to pick up the top packet along with their card and run your fingernail underneath the top packet, dislodging that little disc and this double stick tape. Then you can give their card out for inspection and drop that pack back down on top. Another idea, instead of putting the card on here, out jogging it and then squaring everything up, what you could do is take the disc, pull it off to the side, and then you're going to load the spectator's card right on the bottom. So you're going to load it in underneath your finger, square everything up, and push down, and then put on top of the deck. And then don't forget to push your locking button. Then you're ready to perform. The thing I like about this version is when you're finished loading the card onto the bottom of the gimmick, you can even hold the card up to the spectator. They can see their signature just before you put it down onto the deck. Another cool little thing you can do is while the deck is in motion, you can even use your hands to make it look like you're using your mind just to move the deck. Now, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you let me know by hitting that like button. And also, if you want to see more videos like this on our YouTubes and learn more free magic, make sure you head over to our YouTube, check out our playlist Saturday Sorcery, where you can get in-depth, amazing explanations on some free magic. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos that drop every single day. Now for the Haunted tuck, all you're going to do is take your first finger or your middle finger and put it inside the ring, like so. Pull it down. Then what you're gonna do is take the tuck, put it back into your palm, use your thumb and your little finger and hold it in place. Now to get it to move, you can either use the index finger of your other hand, put it down on top of the tuck and slowly release the pressure off your index finger. And the tuck will move. Or you can hold it with your thumb and your little finger and slowly release the pressure there. Now, unfortunately, my friend, that's all we have time for Saturday Sorcery this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I also hope that you enjoyed both these haunted effects, and I can't wait to see what you do with them. Now, if you're watching this on Saturday, come hang out on our Discord. We're over there right now playing trivia, having games, and having a good jam session. Link in the description below to our Discord. I'll see you there, or I'll see you next week on a What's New This Week, or next Saturday for another Saturday Sorcery. Now, I'll let you get back to your Saturday champion, so thanks again for tuning in. Take care, see you later, bye for now.
Whoa, look at this. Well, so much good magic in there. You need to check this out. You're not going to regret it. I pinky promise you. Oh, whoa. Look at this. This shining diamond over here. What is this? Beautiful. You probably should click that if you haven't subscribed yet. But then you should definitely check out this, because this is good. Treat yourself.